every damn day. Paper trade. So Rocky, I'm glad you're doing well today. So I was saying, to give you like a little bit of an example of why I believe that what MT was doing, showing us the risk of how you should trade and what percentage of your account. Well, guess what? Guess you need that boyfriend, Milan? No worries, I can lend you mine. So, guess how I lost that 10,000 pounds like that? Guess why? Because I didn't have any, I used it all up. I didn't have any risk and reward percentage. I didn't use 3% of my account. I used like 50%. Because I thought, hey, if I could do so well and I'm starting to make so much money, why do I need to like trade percentage of my account? Why not just do half of it? Why not? Because like look how high the peak value can be if I trade with all my money. What a great idea, Anisa. Amazing. Everything went well for 5 days. And guess what happened on the 6th day? Bam! The 10,000 pounds went off because of that damn EU trade I took. And if I would have had a good risk of 5% or 10, whatever, and not 50 or 60, like Borg knows and how Pink was telling us, then, of course, I would have only lost 5%, not the whole damn money that I had in my account. Not everything. And that's why I'm so glad that MT is doing this now with newbies, because it wasn't really, the emphasis when I came in wasn't really on the percentage. I didn't know what everyone's doing. I thought, it's for everyone's mind to think and consider whatever their risk they want to take, because it's their own money. You can't tell them. But having MT now doing this to all the newbies to start with a percentage, I think is so much better. Because you can get cocky when you start learning the charts, like I did, and you start making good trades and successful trades, and you think, okay, that's it, I've had it. Okay, so now if I have 5,000 in my account, I'm going to use all of them, because you know what, I can raise my pip to 100 pounds per pip, and guess what, that 100 pounds per pip times 10 is going to give me so much more. Why not do that? And it's in one trade. In one trade, I could double my account. Wow, smart me. And then guess what, the 6th day of great profits, with one trade, because again, you get to lose trades here too. That's where you have to think of the percentage. That's why. It's not necessarily that you're thinking in a bad habit that you must have a 3% that you use in your account just because you're going to lose. No, but you do lose at some point. Yeah. You do lose. I mean, even now, I may be fooling around, or I may be tired or bored because I'm sitting here watching the charts for 2 hours and staring at them consistently, and then maybe I'm not entering the right price, right? So I'm in positive 3 pips, but then it goes positive 2 pips, negative minus 2 pips. So then I need to exit, right? So that's, again, a losing trade. I'm not letting it go up till minus 15, but that's still a losing trade. So if I would have had, let's say, 5,000 pounds per pip, that was already 8,000 in negative, like that, for no reason. So, of course, you need to think about this risk ratio. And I think the best solution ever for you newbies is to start with the lowest risk that you have. If you put 100 pounds in your account, like I did, I started with 100. I did do 10,000 from that 100, but I lost it also because of the risk-reward situation. So, you have to think of this. Are you going to risk it? And on the 3rd day of profits, you might have that losing trade that's going to screw you up on the whole account. Or do you want to play safe and start with 3%? What is it going to be? Just think. Think smart. So I totally agree with what MT is doing with that. Okay, so now I'm going to stop with that. It was a bit of a longer explanation. And we are going to go on seeing what do we have on the charts. You're welcome, MD. Yeah, exactly. That's cool. Yeah, the margin issue is huge for newbies. And that's where you could lose so easily so much money, and then they're like out of their, they don't have any more balance, or they're out of profits. They don't have anything to put in, because if you're putting in 1,000 or all your savings from the normal regular job you have, then it's going to go in the first month for sure, because you don't know what the hell you're doing, because you've just entered this room and you need to play safe. You got to play safe. So if you have 100 pounds in your account, use 5 cents or 8p, whatever your currency is. Use the lowest possible until you see that every damn day in the past month you've been winning 10 trades and losing just 1. When you see that you have consistent winnings, then you know you can put a higher pip value and you can change it. But because you're a newbie, this is the best and safest way for you to keep your account as it was, because you know you're entering here wanting to make money, not losing. You want to make more money, not lose more, so you can add more, and then what are you going to do? And then you have to work to get that money back, and then you have to trade at the same time, and the trading is 2 hours in the middle of the day, and you don't have the time for that. So it's not easy. Just take it safe. Okay, Hans, you're in UC down. Let's see. UC is a good trade right now. I'm a little bit concerned about the 30 minutes, but it's a small red indeed. But if you've entered from 16, from right here, or somewhere close to that, you're safe. Now you see this band flip up, Hans? That's for me a sign that it's going to go up as soon as it touches this band or whatever. So I would look to exit whenever you can, because it's a band flip up. And you also have the 30 minutes with it, even though you have everything down. So just as soon as you see the momentum changing or the candle moving up, just look for an exit. You entered at 11. Of course you did, Hans. Why would you enter at 16 when it's the best price ever to enter? Why would you? Okay. Okay, let's see. I hope it's not gonna flip against you, because literally the band just flipped up right now. Let me put this thing. So why didn't you enter at 16? Why? Because you didn't see this coming? I mean, when this red was happening and it pierced this top purple band, this was a sign that the next candle that's coming is going to go a little bit up again, touch the top of the purple band, and it's going to go back down. This is the perfect place to enter at, Hans. Why? Because you see in cases like yours right now, when the band flip up happens, or when you get a small red against you, you know you've got plenty of space because you're still in the positive if you start at 16. And this band flipped at 10. You already had 6 pips in, right? Phoenix, I trade usually, my favorites are GU, EU, and UC. I don't really trade the play of the day. Sometimes, but I'm just used to GU, EU, and UC, and I do that most of the time. But I don't trade them all 3 at the same time. It could be 1 at one time or 2. It's never 3 at the same time. I just like, because again, like, yeah, Kevin, why am I not trading all 3 at the same time? Because you can't be with your eyes on all charts seeing where it touched to enter on the perfect entry. You can't do that. At least I don't have the experience yet, like BR or Jazz. So I need to focus on one chart at a time. One chart. And Hans, now you got blues in here, and this, and this. So you see how quickly after the band flipped up, it started to move up? It's just a sign that it's not going to go further down, so you may as well exit. I think it went up 10 or 9, so I hope you did exit, because now it's, you see, now you got this coming at you. But if you were starting from here, you already had a chance to take 6 pips before it turned against you. You see, Hans? I mean, that was easy, because now we don't know whether this is going to stop here or here, because you have the 30 minutes, right? There's a bit of a space between the candle and the orange road. So now these 2 arrows are working to take the 30 minutes up until here. But if this becomes powerful, this might take it up to the 1 hour orange road. So then you're like, fuck, and you don't want to really, sorry for my language, sometimes I'm a bit, and you don't really want to risk your trade. So that's why sometimes if I entered, let's say like you did, hand at 10 or 11, and I see this band flip up at exactly after that, that's when I exit as soon as possible, even if it's a -1 or a negative or a positive or 0 or break even, because it's not worth the risk. Do you get me, Hans? Okay, empty. What jazz? No, I'm gonna abstain from doing that because it's just. You know what's the problem? No, jazz. The thing is, we bilingual people, whoever is not native English and has another language, for us, cursing in or swearing or using bad words in English, it's like it's not affecting us because we know a real curse or a real negative thing is to say in our own language, and that's why we don't take it serious. But for English people to hear it is not cool. Yes, hands. Yes, hands. You're desperate because you're still in. Why are you still in, hands? I did not take it. Good. So why do you want my attention then? Tell me. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. Oh my God, Jazeera, how did you nail this? I love Gordon Ramsay. I watch all of his Kitchen Nightmares and all of his episodes. I love him. Because again, you see, we're two passionate people. He's passionate about food. I'm passionate about charts and getting people to get this thing right and not screw it up. Read what, Hans? I can't see it. Because there were 2 arrows against me, I wanted to tell you this. Okay, Hans, so you've seen it already. Got it. Don't yell at me, Hans. Okay, good. That's it, Hans. And then you also have the bend flip up on you. Yes, Hans, exactly, my rule. Although it's not really mine, it's just, that's how it is. I've seen it happening so many times that it just makes no sense. Every time, I swear, guys, how can I delete this? Oh, is empty taking the control? No. Is that me? Come on, do it. Every time I would enter in a trade, it would be probably around here. Look at you right now. That's nice. Although, again, you still have this thing. And you might go up until here, touch the bottom BB band, and then this will become valid and go against you. And depending on when you entered here, you might be negative or you might be positive too. But again, it's not worth the risk. Look at E. Look exactly like E is doing right now. That's why it's so damn important to know the entry. The entry that is supposed to be from here. Not from down here. Not from here where this thing is or where this guy was. No, because this is just his now starting to turn around. And look, you had the small red, then a blue came, then a red, and now the big one's coming. And also the help is coming from the 15. So this was my mistake, guys, all the freaking time. And I've noticed it in the past few months, but not enough. Again, I still struggled a lot of the times. That this is not your right entry, and whenever I would enter, let's say here, then guess what? A freaking arrow would come against me, and a band flip up would happen, like it happened with the EU that I lost my 10,000 pounds. So that's what I would like go just mad, like PR says, and just thinking, why am I'm just entering the damn trade. It went down all this time, and now it doesn't want to go for 5 more pips. Like, why? What is wrong with me? Or the system is not working for me. Yeah, Borg, literally, it's the only thing that newbies right now need to know, to sell the high and buy the low. So no, hell no. Do not, I swear, just, it's like the biggest, you know, it's like when you're just a crazy fitness guy or fitness girl and you just want to work out, and then you know you have chocolate in your pantry, and you try and just cheat it and go every day at it and just get a little bit of piece or a bit of piece there. It's the same thing with taking trades in the middle of the road or seeing them work because you think it's because the momentums are on or the TX, and you think, this is a perfect trade, let me enter. It's the most stupidest thing ever to do. Cram, whatever. Whatever works for everyone as a cheat. So for me, cheat trades are in the middle of the charts, or underneath, or super close to the bottom of the BB band coming down if it's a down trade, or super close to the top of the BB band, taking it here, just because I know it's yellow red and this is for sure going to take me up here, right? Yeah, right. It's the stupidest thing ever that you could do here. To be honest, for newbies, knowing where to take it, where to buy, or where to sell is the only thing you need after figuring out what the 1 hour and the 4 hour are saying. It's the second best thing that you should know. Yes, Russ, of course I use mom. And most of the moms, Russ, come before the arrow. Some of them come with the DX, but most of the time I do take them with DX, even though I've asked Jazz the other day. Sometimes I do see, no, Phoenix, I don't. Sometimes I do see that the DX doesn't come in as fast as the moms come, and when I see that UC is going down and EU and G are going up, that's my correlation, which is telling me that DX is going to switch in a moment because this is happening. So of course I'm going to take it. Because why? Because I'm looking to take it from down here. And of course, down here, a lot of the times some arrows won't show up, even though, look at this. It's showing up. It's showing up. Why? Because it touched the bottom BB band, the purple band. It touched it. And most of the arrows are at the purple BB band. You see? And then why not take it? Why? Like this one, the yellow, I think, appeared around here. Oh, but it started with this blue one. And it started probably with this one. But where did it start from? From the bottom of the BB band. From the bottom. Look what's happening right now. There's a little bit of more space coming, we'll see. Now, how do you realize when a situation like this happens, okay? Because you get in a trade from here, let's say, and then you realize this is not going your way. So you went in at 16, not at 11, like hands, but you got out at 10 because you've seen the band flip up and you've seen this, and you've had this red, right? So you exit, so now you're thinking, when should I enter back again? Because that's another problem that people have, they don't know when to enter back. And that's when they rush, they don't analyze it correctly, and that's how they get stuck in the trade. So you enter, you wait for your time, because the waiting time is the most annoying thing for everyone, and that's where you make mistakes. Because you think you've been waiting for 4 hours for a trade to move, and then you just make a rash decision and you enter. So, like in this situation right now, you have a 30 up and a 15. Now, there's a space between the candle and the orange row. What you have to do is figure out whether this candle right here, this arrow right here, is going to take it only up to the orange row, touch, and then you'll get a confirmation by being red momentum if this is going to turn back down. If not, if this carries on to go up higher than this, then you know it's going to go to the 1 hour orange road and touch this orange road. This is how you know where an arrow like this is just for a retracement, or it's taking over and it's changing the bias of the chart, of the whatever the pair you're trading at the moment. Yeah, true, Skull. Sometimes there is correlation, sometimes it doesn't, because the pairs move in a different direction or in a different, or they usually might have more volume and EU at the same time, but GU might not have the same power, so of course sometimes there isn't any correlation for sure. Only trade next on the live one first for the Skull, of course, but again, I don't take trades against 1 and 4. So for me, this trade would not be happening. Why? Because you don't have, again, a 15 pink with it, with this 30. You don't have a 5 pink with this. Because see, this is the risk. It might literally, the wick just touch the orange road in 30 minutes. And then it might transform in a small red, and that's it. That was your supposedly good trade. That it barely took it up to here, and then back again with the trend, because the trend is powerful, is down. Also, you have this live arrow, so if you have nothing on the 1 hour, you have no live arrow down. Why would you take it up? Why would you take this up? And you know the direction of the trend is down, and you have a live arrow down on your 4 hours. Why would you take this up on the 15 and 30? Why would you risk it? There's no point risking it. Yeah, boring. Patience. Patience is the problem that starts off with people taking the wrong decisions, because they get irrational decisions because they want to hurry up, take as many trades as possible, because they're thinking they only have 2 hours and a half. Hands, but no one said to take it down now. That's the issue. Why would you take it down either? You don't do it. None of those two. You don't take it up, but you don't take it down either at this time. You have to let these 2 freaking arrows do their job. which is probably taking it to the orange road. Did it touch the orange road yet? No, it didn't. So you're letting them to do their freaking job. Do not disturb them. Even if you reached the top BB band, and that's where an entry should be happening for down. What did I say? What is my rule saying? Never enter a trade where you have live candles against your move. So if I want to take it now, which would be a perfect price entry at 16, which is right at the top of the purple BB band, I don't have these two things going with me. Because they're saying, no, we want to go up, and there's a blue with this yellow, and then there's this pink, and there's this space between the orange road and a candle. No, I never take trades like that. Never. And even if I wouldn't have had these arrows, had space between the orange road and the candle, I know an arrow's coming. Why? Because there's no freaking candle that moves with the space between the orange road and the candle. It has to touch the freaking orange road before it goes either up or down. Or like it's the situation right here. Why do you think it's 50 minutes is here? Because look where the orange road is and look where the candle is on GU. There's a space between it. It must be filled. It either has come down or it has to come up. Oh, wow. Look what's happening right now, guys. GU band flipped up. What do you think is happening? Why? Look at the space between the orange road and the candle. Come on, just think, like use your common sense. You don't have to be a professional trader or have been in this place for years. You just have to think logically. Deliver or whatever. Not an answer. Even though my windows are open and everyone can see I'm here and I'm yelling also. What, Jazz? Am I being too loud? What do I think of what, Kev Anthony? What? Scary? I'm scary? Thank you, MT. Thank you for confirming that. Because Jazz seems like... Oh, I told hands off? Well, of course, like, because hands, I swear I really wanted to have someone like me so passionate telling me when I came in and I was just screwing with my money and I just didn't have my head straight. I wish I had someone who could come in and tell me, hello, don't do this. Look at the freaking charts. Do you think this is normal? Do you think this is right? You're looking for downs, but you have a 15 and 30 minutes against you? And oh, wow, what's this, Hans? What does this mean? Now you have to tell me, what does this 1 hour mean? What's going to happen now that this red came up? Where do you think the candle is going? Hands. Come on. No hands. You still don't take it. It's a freaking small red against a super pink with the blue on 4 hours. What's with the stupid question? Nowhere hands? It might take it to the orange road. But does that mean you have to take it? No. Why do you want to take every single damn trade there is in here? You don't want to take every single freaking tomato from the shopping center or from the supermarket if you only need 3 or 4 good ones. Exactly, Hans. You don't. If you're making a salad, you only need 4 freaking tomatoes. Why do you want to take the whole damn supermarket? You don't. Don't listen to Jazz. I'm not. I'm not being ridiculous right now. I'm just trying to explain it for everyone because I know you know, but there's a lot of newbies who don't know. If BR would have come in hands, he would have probably sent a lot of bricks your way. I'm not sending bricks. I'm sending you tomatoes, okay? Okay, hands. I hope you have no more stupid questions for me. That's me answering all of them. So, guys, newbies, not just because Hans asked me. Thank you, Fred. We do love you, Hans. Please don't think that I'm harassing you. I'm not in any way. I'm just super passionate and I'm just trying to explain to you that you do not need to get on these kind of trades. You're fine. You're fine with the downtrend. That's your major goal. That's where the huge pips are. That's where the 20, 30 pips are in the trend. Anisa MT says, follow the freaking... That's a nice one, MT. I might buy it off of you. Exactly. Perfect, MT. Perfect. Who's buying t-shirts? Come on. Wow, Hands. I'm sure I could be, now that you're telling me that, now I have to kind of call you Mr. Hands, because the thing is, you see, you don't realize how old people are in here. You just see their nicknames, so you just go crazy. But again, sorry guys, I'm speaking from my passion and from making sure that you do not repeat my mistakes or other people's mistakes. It's just, I wished I had someone a bit louder or crazier than Jazz, because Jazz was the calm guy who would say nicely to you, like the nice leader, you shouldn't really do that, it could hurt you. You shouldn't really take that trade. You didn't have anyone who just pulled out the brake like BR saying, no, do not take that. Are you stupid? Do you want to kill yourself? Do not put your fingers in the, in the electricity panel. Do not do that. So it really helps when you have someone louder telling you, putting it into your brain to different situations. Anisa, what do you think about the GUBB band flip up? I'm thinking, again, Kev Anthony, that you check the 1 and 4 hour. The trend is pretty strong. And at the beginning of the class, I said that I've only taken 2 trades, and now it's GU up because we had something, even though it was against the trend. Again, I do take that, but we had this arrow with the small red, so that gave me the confirmation that I'm safe to take a trade with the 15 or the 30 and a 5. But now it turned back to its trend because and when you see even this arrow against the trend, it did its job. It touched the orange road, and now guess what happened? Down it went. So now I think it's super powerful down. Even if you have this blue, you have nothing there. But again, it's not going to go high at this moment, to be honest, but it's not going to go lower than this for sure, for now. Because you have the small red in here, you have the band flip up, and you're also super close to the purple band. So you might break it for a bit, go down, but then it's going to come back and retrace. And also, at this time, is happy hour. So you might get a reversal. But it's super strong down for sure. But again, this, I would not take it, because this is not your entry, Kev Anthony. You know where your entry is? Is at the purple band, or at the orange road. It's never orange road or next to the bottom of the BB band. No, it's never there. It's at the actual, and sometimes, to be honest, I miss some trades because I do not like taking them from the orange road, because for me, even that, sometimes I think, oh, it might appear to disappear, or it's at the orange road, it's just making up its mind, so I'd rather take it from the purple band. So most of the times I would look for trades like this one. This one was perfect example on the EU earlier. We had it at, I think it was at 3 o'clock, at 10 o'clock. It started from 32 down, and I took it at 30, and I didn't have any arrow yet, or DX, I only had the momentum, and that was the perfect sign for me to tell me that it was going to go down. And again, I didn't have any live arrow against me, because it was all down, kind of, but it wasn't really going anywhere on that first hour. So that was my perfect entry right there at the purple. So I would not touch the G right now because it's super low down. Even if the trend is down and it's a great trade down, it would have been a great day trap from here. Where do you think Jazz took it from? Ask him, where did he take this GU? He took it from there, I'm sure. I just received a confirmation from MT that I gotta kill you today. So guess what? I'm leveling up my arguments. Get ready. What about what, Jazz? I'm from the BB. Yes, okay, exactly. I love BB bands, purple bands trades, because those are the best kind of entry. They already guarantee you, I swear, they guarantee you the winning of the trade, because there's nowhere, it can't go anywhere higher than that. You know what I mean? Jasper and Anisa told me to ask you when you took the GU trade. Earlier, when I said that I took 2 trades, I took it when it was going up, and it was probably from the purple band, from down. And now I can't show it to you because it's gone past. But we had it, I think it was at 50. So I entered at 50, and it went all the way to 65 or something like that. I took 10 pips out of that. Julian. Imagine, you know what? And my boyfriend is the opposite. That's why we get along so much better. He's so calm and peaceful, and he's just like an angel compared to me sometimes. But he's also changing. He's getting influenced by my attitude, and I don't like it. He's got better arguments sometimes than I do, and that's not cool. And I'm like, keep it together. Come on, stay calm. Stay nice like before. Okay, exactly, Milan. Purple band is the best entry ever. I think I missed a question. It was something about EU, right? Where was it? Kev Anthony. No, I've answered that. Oh, Obi. Anisa, what about EU down now? 5 minutes down, 15 and 30 minutes arrow touched or the orange road? Hands, indeed. Watch out, hands. Because they're not far from me. If I remember, you're from Holland, right? So, better watch out. Okay, let me see the EU. Okay, EU, moment. Obi, what do you think about EU? Look what's happening here. What do we have here? And you have nothing on 1 hour, so you would not dare to take this up when you have such a huge trend down. You would not dare to take this up. It's the same story like the UC. What are these arrows' jobs? Their job is to take you to the orange road, and that's it. And then they just evaporate. And sometimes they might not even. They might take it a bit further or a bit less down, and then you could just see the wick at the end. You see that it touched the orange road, and suddenly it disappears, boom, and you're in negative. And you're thinking, oh, why? What happened? Where? Whoa. Yeah, you do not touch these kind of trades, because they're here to just help lift up your price for a better entry. Even if you have the small 5 red, what do you think this is? What's its chance to stand against pink and a yellow red? What's the chance of it? None. And look what's happening now. The downtrend is coming in, and it's stronger than these two. But again, it doesn't mean you get to play with them and take them when you have active live candles, arrows against your move. Do not take them. Let them to come to the orange road. Let them touch the orange road. Let another candle show up next to it, a new 15 or a new 30. And then, with the new candle, you can go. Because these are going to be past candles. And they won't have any influence over it because the downtrend is so strong. So then, with a new candle with no arrow against it, you can go down. But again, you need to let it come up to the purple band or orange road and take it down then. But right now, in the moment, you do not touch them. At all. Right? I love children, so I don't think I would be able to teach calmly. Or no, actually, not calmly. Yeah, calmly. I can't teach calmly. I am a bit crazy, so I don't know how my kids are going to be. They better be super hard-working kids. Otherwise, they're going to have a hard time with me. And especially that right now I'm working my butt off to make sure that they have an amazing start in life. They have a house. They have everything. They don't have to worry about getting bicycles or whatever. Then you can imagine how much I'm going to have to ask of them if I'm giving them such a great start in life. In which case, my mom didn't. And I still had to work my butt off. Where do you think I get it from? From my mom. She's the feisty one in the family. Okay, so let's see what other traits do we have around. Again, look where UC is at right now. It's just in a kind of a reversal, but you can't be safe. Like Jazz says, he never said this is for sure 100% gonna go up. Take it, get in with a small red in 1 hour. Even though there's such a huge downtrend, you have this live arrow against you. Yeah, definitely get in for sure. Nope. It's not the best thing to do. Because you don't know where it's going. Now it's touched the orange road of 30 and 15. But now you have this lower red. Now, by the looks of it, it's touched the orange road. But this thing now, it's playing with the arrow on 4 hour. Instead of being super pink, now it's moving into, oh, look what's happening. Just perfect confirmation that I'm talking right now. It changed this red, this arrow into red, and now this became super pink. So what do you think now is going to happen? It's deciding to go up. But again, it's not really your time right now to enter it, because look where you are on purple bands. you're literally on the top of the purple band, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to come all the way down here, and then it's going to go back up, because it does this thing every damn day. So if this arrow stays here and it becomes pink again, and you've got nothing here against you, nothing here against you, then you look for entry to go up on UC from here. As long as you have a pink here, super pink here, and not here, then definitely you can enter on a reversal. But again, at this time and the hour, I would not take any trades. I would just be on demo, playing around, just practicing, because it's late. Yeah, Phoenix, I do feel it was a kind of a slow day, and I noticed it in my trades. I've only taken 3 trades, so not great. It's just simple, Phoenix. If there's a trade that satisfies all my requirements, which are, I'll tell you now. What are you talking, guys? I'm here struggling, kicking my butt off to explain to newbies how things are going, and you're talking about latex? Really? What are you talking about? Okay, so, Phoenix. Nice hand. Really, MT, I did not see how you deleted that comment. Yeah. Okay, who asked? Yes, Kate. Perfect. So, what I said now. Sorry, Kate. So, my trades that need to satisfy certain requirements are this. Right, so I've entered today the room, and I've seen GU being down. Let me put the arrows. I've seen GU being down on 1 hour, being down on 4 hour. What am I doing now? Right, so that was for me, wow, clear downtrend. But you had the surprise of having 1 hour up and a 4 hour up. So that was an interference, and that made me to get this question for myself. Anisa, are you going to take this up? Or are you just going to leave it because it's against the downtrend? And I thought, you know what? It was a super yellow red, and it had plenty of space to the orange roll, and that's what I knew. I could take a trade like this against the trend, but with a strong bias and with a blue. I could take it up until it touches or it gets close to the 1 hour, and then I'll stop. So I looked at GU and I said, okay, it's going to be GU up. If I decided right now that GU is going to go up, my next requirement is, you enter the entry, right? That's it. It's only the entry. As long as I didn't have anything against me on 30 or 15, so no live candle arrows against me. Nothing on 5 minutes either. There were no candles. So then my next requirement, K, is where is my entry? Where's the candle right now moving? And where my entry is for the best potential for more than 5 pips. And I usually take 10. So my best potential, I think it was moving like around here, around the orange road, around here. So I had to wait until we literally came closer to the purple band, bottom of purple band. It had a small retracement, and as soon as I saw that the candle went through the purple band, I knew that it wasn't going to go lower than that. Why? Because they had this to push it up. And I think it was a small 5 red up that was showing up, and that, of course, would have pushed it higher. So that was my perfect entry right there, because I knew as soon as the wick touched or pierced or went near the purple band, the lower purple band, that was going to be my entry for ups. And that's what it was. That's exactly what happened. And as soon as it touched the purple band, guess what? It changed into a green momentum, and that was my entry right there. And that was from 50 to 60 in less than a minute, because usually it moves fast. Okay, so that's my second requirement. Now, for EU, it was a bit different, because EU was a bit dodgy. Guys, what are with this question? You know what? I'm not even going to look at the questions unless you're serious. Okay, so EU, we had nothing on 1 hour or 4 hour, but we had the major downtrend. And even it was acting dodgy because it was like kind of up and then a bit down. And it was if you notice, the purple bands were really close together. There weren't 10 pips between the top and the BB band, and this, the low BB band. So that's what kind of told me that it was going to range for a while until we got a good signal down with it. So I just left it as it was for I think I only took a trade on EU when it was around, it was 9:55, when we had this kind of a candle move and touch the purple band, pierce it, went through it at 32, And I knew the next candle was going to go a little bit more higher, and then it was going to come down. And that's exactly what it did. It does that every damn time if you watch it. It was exactly like this one on UC. So it went through the purple band, then the next candle went right next to it, leveled up, and then I got the momentum as a confirmation that it was going to go down, and I entered it, and that was at 30. And it went down up until 17 for like 15, 20 minutes. And that was it. That was one trade right there. So how did it work today, or how does it work for me usually? Simple, easy rules for a trade, for a perfect trade. Okay, that's how I know, because I could have had so many more trades, but they're complicated, or they're dodged, or tricky, or you don't have the guarantee that it's gonna go your way, because it's not as best as you usually take them, right? So as long as I have nothing, as long as I do not have nothing against me coming up, come on. As long as I had no arrows against me on EU going up, and I needed to go down, and I had no arrows against me, and the candles, most of them, look where they were. They were below the orange road, meaning that they retested. Every time they retested it, it came down below and it went down again. So they never went above the orange road, meaning that it would have gone up and changed its trajectory. So if that happened, that just clearly gave me another confirmation that you're safe for the downtrend as long as you enter from as high as possible and you have no live candle arrows like this one against you. Because this, it just now changes the whole direction. Why? Because you don't know what his plan is. And again, look at the trade. It's staying in one place. It's not even, it's barely moving. I don't want that. I like trades where I enter freely, they could go down, and there's nothing in it. And then suddenly from 16, I'm at 10. Like that, in 1 second. That's the trade that you know it's the best, and when it goes so fast. Okay, any more? I hope you understand it, because sometimes I just speak too quick and then maybe it's not the best kind of way of explaining stuff. But that's how I go. That's literally how I go, guys. And this, look at this now. This appeared right here. Did you take this? Would you take this now? Just think, please. Think like you would trade right now. Like you've seen the GU, you've seen the small red. Would you take this? Honest. Be honest to God. Would you take this where it is right now? And I'm 100%, a lot of people or some people would say yes. No, now. Good. That's good. It means you've taken it before and it went against you. Not yet, Hans. It's not going to be for 1 million. It's 3.5. That's why I'm working on it still. It's not yet. And trust me, as soon as I get it, it's going to be a huge video of like 30 minutes going through the whole house and showing it to you. You would be taking up. Look, so Julian wants to take it up. So you must be thinking, oh my God, Julian is crazy. We have a downtrend. Why would he take it up? There's nothing to take it up for. What is wrong with Julian, you would think? It's a downtrend. The candles are below the road. There's no super links. Why would he take it up? Why do you think? Because it's too low to take it down. Exactly. He would be looking for a retracement or a reversal. Even though I don't necessarily do that, or would I recommend it for newbies. I think it's much easier with the trend and in one direction. But again, he's an MT, he knows how things work. This would be his entry for a freaking up, you guys, on a downtrend. Just think how crazy is that? Because that's exactly what it does, the price entry. The price entry sets you the right winning of a trade, whether you win it or you lose it. And this is not a place to take the GU down right now. You know where it was? You know where you had to look at it to take it from? From the freaking purple band. From the orange road. But up here, not the orange road below it. When it barely touched, it's thinking right now to go up. From the purple band. From the purple band. From the purple band. Look, it has a 15 with it right now. Look, this is the perfect combination. From the freaking purple band, not from down here, not from next to the orange road but below it, not next to the purple band, on the freaking bottom of the purple band, when it should be right now probably showing up with the arrow against you anytime. No, you do not take it there. That's why there's so many trades in the room in a day, and that's why so many people get thirsty and then they do crazy stuff and then they lose their shit or their money. Because they literally take it as if they're going to a supermarket and buying every damn tomato there is in the supermarket. You do not need every damn tomato in the supermarket. You only need 4 or 5 good ones, tasty, that can take you enough for the whole freaking week. That's all you need. 4 or 5. Not more than that. If you're taking more than that and you're empty, you're doing something wrong. Or you're too all over the place, because you can't tell me that as a newbie, you're taking 15 or 20 trades a day and you're winning them all at 10 pips. There's no way in hell they could do that and also enter at a good price. No way. I can't do that either. And you would be able to do that as a newbie? No way. For starters, you take not more than 4 or 5 trades. Not more. Thank you, Jules. Love you too. So, what other doubts do you have, guys? All you need to know, that's all you need to know is, where is the 1 and 4 hour going today? Where is it going? Oh, it's going down. Look at the orange road. It's pointing down. What's happening on the 30 and 15? It's going down. Okay, I've set up. Today I'm taking trades on EU down. What do I have on the live candles? I have nothing. Where are they? They are below the orange road. That's enough. So I have no live candle against me or another candle with me. But that still means it's a downtrend. Okay, what do I do next? I check the live candles on the 30 and 15 minutes. Where are they at? Are they touching the orange road? Are they at the top of the purple band, meaning to go down? Where are they? Oh, they're here, piercing through the orange road. Okay, I know where they're going. Oh, there's a space between the orange road and the candle. Oh, that means I gotta wait my ass off until this candle moves up to the orange road, touches it for a retest, and then it confirms it to me that it's gonna go back down. With what? Confirming with what? With a momentum. With an arrow showing you that it's going down with the DX. That's how it's going to confirm it to me. So even if it's a downtrend, it doesn't give me any right to take it when it's not close to the orange road or touching it. Or where it's down here. It does not give you any right to take it wherever and whenever and however you want it. You still have to think logically. Anisa, when the room opened, there was one super 4 hour red and 8 hours blue pointing up on GU. How come that did not work? Love. Okay, love. I got you something. Why would you say it didn't work? In your head, you think that a 1 hour and a 4 hour against a downtrend would mean that it's going to go up until the purple band here? Do you think that's why it didn't work? When you have such a strong downtrend, and if arrows against that downtrend, those arrows will only take you, love, will only take you to the orange road on 1 hour or 4 hours. Having a small super red on 4 hours, it did not take you to that because it didn't have enough power. So the next stop would be for these 2 arrows to work on at the orange road the 1 hour. And that's exactly what it did. Look where the wick is. It touched the orange road, and then what did it do next? Look, the next candle on 1 hour touched the orange road, and now down it came. That's how these arrows worked, because you are up such a downtrend, you're against such a downtrend, that these arrows, no matter how super pink they are, they can't work up until the freaking pullback, because it's not with the trend, it's against it. So they did it. They did their job, love. That was their job. That was it. To take you to the 1 hour, and that's it. And that's exactly what they did. Did I answer your question, love? Yeah, Benevento, exactly. It worked for 20 pips up. And that was exactly how much you needed. Exactly, love. So don't confuse, love, don't confuse all the arrows and think that all of them have to do the same job. No. If they're arrows with the trend, you bet the arrows with the trend will go, look at the arrow with the trend, will go up to where? Look where the arrow on UC with the trend being down, where it went to. It went up until the bottom of the BB band, the lower BB band, because it's with the trend. The trend is down, so if an arrow with a down would show up, then of course it would take it way down to hell. But if you have a downtrend on G like that, you have a arrow, super yellow, whatever, super mega extra arrow you got against the trend, do not think, it's just think like an arrow, it's gonna only go half of his power against the downtrend. So half of his power, of this arrow's power, was only gonna take you up to the orange road of 1 hour. If it had that small red turned into a super yellow red, then it would have also again taken it only up to the orange road of 4 hours. That was it. The next candle that was going to show up was going to come next to the orange road in 1 hour, and guess where it went? Down again, if you didn't have an arrow against it. So arrows against the trend, they only take you to the orange road, love. Arrows with the trend, they take you down to the purple bands, like this one. They take you super down. And that's the best trades that you want to take in a day. Those are the trades that I look for, because they're easygoing trades. You enter it, especially if you enter it from where I enter, even if it's a downtrend, and even if I could place however stupid because I know the trend is safe, I still look for it, taking it from here, not from here, not from here, not from here, not from there either, for sure. I look to take it not even from here, not from here, I take it from here, from the freaking purple band. From the top purple band. I played as safe as I can possibly be. Why? Because I want this move to have all the pips that are happening between here and here. And what is the best way for me to get those pips, all of them, is to take it from where I know this wall is going to stop it from taking it from going any further and taking it down. And that's exactly what's happening. It touches the top BB band. That's where the signals appear, the arrows, the momentum. Look like now. Look what's happening right now. It touched the bottom of the BB band. You got your momentum. Then the signal appears when it's up at the orange road. Does that mean you have to take it from there? You don't. Just because you got an arrow here, being here, look how much space you've got between the top BB band and the candle. That's probably 3 pips or something like that. That's not enough. Your trade is already 70% done. Why? Because your entry was here. Your entry was here at the purple band, not at the orange road, not after the orange road, not here. And again, your confirmation of taking a trade, it's not a signal appearing. Most of the times, arrows appear after half of the move has been made. But again, if you enter with the 1 hour and 4 hours, and you enter from up here with just the momentum and DX, you're fine, because the arrows follow. They will follow. Why? Because 1 and 4 are the boss. They are the boss. They tell you the direction. Exactly, Kev. Money in the bank. How many trades a day do you take, Anisa? Obi, again, I'm not counting. I do not have a set amount. I've got to have 5, otherwise I'm going to kill myself or whatever. No. Whatever the market is on the day, that's exactly how many trades I'll have. If today I had 2 or 3 because the market's a bit slower, I'm happy. I'm taking my 2 or 3 trades, that's 20, 30 pips, and I'm going to get myself an ice cream. Okay? If tomorrow I have 10 trades, wow, woo-wee, I am happy. Kev, say what? Okay, Obi? So you gotta mold yourself to whatever the day brings you. If you have a great day like we had yesterday, we had, I think it was a trend, I can't remember if it was up or down on GU. And we had live arrows on it too, on 1 and 4 hours and 8 hours. That was perfect. You knew the whole thing, that pair is gonna go down the whole way. So all you had to do yesterday was wait for that pair. I think it was UC also. Yeah, I think it was UC now. All you had to do the whole of yesterday was to wait for this candle in green to come up until here to the purple band. To come up until here, the purple band. And then as soon as it touched the purple band, I would wait for my momentum. It would show up. Momentum would come and then take it back down. All the damn day, I think it was like 10 moves happening on UC from up down. All you had to do was that, literally. That for me is a nice day when you have 1 hour arrows with the trend, with 4 hour arrows with a trend, with 8 hour or daily. That's the perfect combination ever. D, of course, D, whatever you got. No more ice cream truck. I've had enough of this guy. This guy is really pushing it hard here. I'm gonna go, before I move from this house, just give him like a 10,000 pound tip, saying him, dude, please never come to my street again. Just go away. Because he's here literally from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. and it's so freaking creepy. That song is just creepy. I don't know. Okay, guys, do you have any more questions? Because we can hold up empty for as long as we want, if you want to. Jazz, when will you be back? Jazz, is that you? Jazz, is that you in that ice cream truck? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. He's been here, CCTVing me this whole damn time. Ghosting me, right? You're ghosting me. Boy, he finally found a way. Because he thought she must be going for some ice cream, but then he forgot that I'm training every day, trying to look good, so hell no, I'm staying away from sugar. Yeah, I could see him empty, actually, I could see him. And take it won't get... Oh, come on, Jazz. Sorry I don't have the billions yet to pay you off, but I'm sure if I'd give you like 10 billions, maybe you'll back off. Jillian? You know what was Jules? It was simply seeing that everyone has plenty of the... It was... No, actually, sorry. It was the purple band, Jules. As soon as the purple bands came into the room, and I learned to find the difference between... Oh, what's happening with the charts? Oh, here we are. As soon as the purple bands came on, and I could find the difference between... the top BB band and the lower, and I could count it myself because before the purple bands, for some of you guys who don't know, we didn't have the purple bands all the time. They only came up about a year ago or even less than that. So as soon as I could see the difference between the, oh, I think my mouse is not working, but it's fine. As soon as I could see the difference between the top BB band and the lower, I could see the space that there's 10 pips or more, then I knew, perfect, this is my time to enter and to take 10 pips. But before that, it was kind of blindly, Jules, and I was kind of afraid to do it. So that's why I didn't always have 10 pips and only 5. But as soon as those purple bands came in, yeah, it's okay, empty, no worries. As soon as those purple bands came in, Jules, I was in it for 10. So, yeah. It's that simple, guys. All you need to do, I swear, and this is what I tell myself too sometimes, because sometimes I play stupid too. Don't think that if I'm making money or whatever, I'm not Jazz. Maybe even Jazz might do sometimes, and he might not say it. Who knows? Because we all have good days and bad days. I may wake up and feel like shit today, even if I have no reason. I could still do that. So I may not be super cautious, or I may not be 100% into the vibe of trading today, and I might take the trade from that place, or I may take it from here, and it's not enough. Again, I could lose, and it happens, but what matters most is that you, as soon as you enter, literally, this is what I do. I talk to myself, and I tell myself this. Okay, what do we have to do? today. We have the GU. Let's look at the 1 and 4 hour. Where is it going? Let's see the whole long charts. Where are they going? Where's the trend? Oh, it's down. Oh, I have no arrows against me. Okay, perfect. This is an easy day for me on GU because I have a downtrend. Okay, so now I'm moving to my short-term chart, and now I'm planning ahead whereabouts I'm going to take my entry. And where my entry is going to be, it's going to be at the variable top BB band. This is what I do every day, no matter if I'm 100% into it or not. In order to get myself in the mood, I have to go through this five rule where what the requirements are for taking a trade. 1 and 4 hours, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, candles. Are there any arrows against your trend or you? No, they're not. Perfect. Your entry is at the top of the BB bands for a downtrend. For an uptrend is at the bottom of the BB bands. That's all you do, Anisa, today. That's it. No, to be honest, Jules, I feel like sometimes when I do take sometimes, you know when I take from the orange road? When I have 1 and 4 hour downtrend, but I also have live candles on 1 and 4 hour, and like this, 8 hours down. That's when I'm safe to take it, because I know it's not going to have much power to take it to the purple band, because it's such a downtrend with the arrows, live arrows, with 15 minutes or 30. So then I let it come to the orange road in 5 minutes, and with the momentum red again, I know it can't have the power to take it past it, so I'm taking it down again. That's the only time I'm looking to take trades from the orange road, when we have such a downtrend with arrows down pointing and or on 30 or 15 minutes. That's it. I let the trade come back up only up until the orange road and take it down. That's it. Otherwise, if I have no arrows on live candles on 1 and 4, only the downtrend, I gotta wait until it comes to the purple band. This is the only place I'll be taking it. And with nothing against me on 30 or 15. Nothing. I cannot go on a small 5 red, even if it's at the perfect entry price. Even if I have my moms with me and my DX, I cannot take it down. Because how on earth are you going to believe that this small red, insignificant red, is going to last up against these two monsters, which is a yellow red, a pink, and a yellow reversal? How on earth do you think that this thing is going to put it up for 10 pips? No way. It can't be. So you don't take it. You don't take the risk. You let it go away, or you either let these two folks do its job, which is take you from where? From here to touch the control. Look at the space between. This is why you're justifying these two candles coming, these two arrows coming about against you. It needs to come back to the control and minutes test, see whether it still wants to go down or not. But look, you have in a 1 hour, so that might be that it's the case for reversal, and it's going to go now to the 1 hour orange road, not just 30 minutes. But if we wouldn't have had the 1 hour and just the 30 minutes, you knew that it's only doing it, taking it back to the orange road. As soon as this 30 minutes candle touched the orange road, I will look for momentum to enter. And my entry would be where? Where do you think is my entry all the goddamn time? Where do you think is my entry, guys? Where do you think is my entry for a downtrend? Where? Right there. Yeah, Jazz, exactly. There's 1 hour now, so for sure, you know where it's going. It's going to the 1 hour orange road. So I'm not touching that until it touches the 1 hour orange road. So that means for me, whether it's going to take 30 minutes or 50 minutes to touch the orange road, I am not touching GU. And I'm not going up either on it, because I don't feel safe. Why? Because it's a strong downtrend, and I don't like it. If I set today, when I enter the room in the session, that GU is down, and it's a strong downtrend down, I'm only taking it down, even if I am aware that it's going to have to retrace at some point, or reverse. That doesn't mean I have to get in that trade. No, you could just say no. Just take trades with the trend and arrows with the trend. And it's going to make your life so much easier and hassle-free and stress-free. No bungle. Milan, it's 10 and 10. Sorry, I have to, my chat is in a different, on a different tab. So I have to keep on coming back and all. He can't speak. I hope so, Abraham, because I feel like people need sometimes to have a screamer and not just like the perfect teacher who is jazz, who's so calm and nice. Yeah, exactly, MT. I've changed it. I used to before let a trade go to -20, and that just killed me. Just literally killed my whole spirit. Because I had 5 trades that were amazing trades taking, because it was 5 pips before, right? MT, before the purple band, I would take 5 pips. So then imagine I had 4 great trades with profit of 5, and then I would have one freaking trade lose me at -20, and I would be on break even. And I'm like, what the hell did I just do today? Well, why did I just waste my whole day taking the trades and then having one trade to lose at -20? Why can I not prevent this and get it to a lesser amount, to get it to -5 or -3? Why? Why do I have to leave it up until -20? And when a freaking error comes against you, trust me, that arrow is going to take you down. What do you think you are to stand against a super pink or a yellow red? It's going to take you down, especially if you did not enter on the purple bands. Especially. It's going to do its job. So, may as well cut the losses down or bring up the profit. If you have a -15 loss, then you put a +15. You put more pressure on you to enter as early as possible, to take all those 10 pips and not let them, just like that. Kev, I hope I'm giving you some tough love here, because that's exactly what I'm about. Tough love on how to make a lot of money, because Jack has given me a lot of education in this sense, MT, BR, Borg, Pink, they've all told us, but again, they told us nicely, they told me nicely, Pinky told me nicely, and Anisa, I think it's best if you don't really risk your whole account, you know, you stupid thing, what's wrong with you, why would you go for 60% of your account? maybe it's not best to do that, Anisa, that's what Pink would say, right? And I'd be like, come on, girl, you can do it, you know everything already, you can do it. And then the 6th day of profit, boom. Bye-bye, 10,000 pounds, bye. And you know, the thing is, it's not the money that I lost, because I had the satisfaction that I built it myself from 100 pounds, and I know to do it back again. Like I told Rocky, like I told Algo, and Algo lost more than me. I think Algo lost 100,000. So imagine if I felt like shit for losing 10,000, how bad must have Algo felt? Sorry, Algo, to bring back bad memories, but we gotta learn from them. So, of course, who, me? You better not call me a Jerry Jazz friend. So imagine how bad you must feel. It's the emotional impact and the scar that lives behind that loss. It's not the money, to be honest, because I feel really damn good about myself from starting with 100 pounds and reaching to so much. Yeah, exactly, MG. He lost those 100,000. It's the scar that when you come back in the second day to try and trade, you are literally shitting your pants. Because now you've got the memory of losing freaking 10,000 pounds or 100,000 pounds, and you cannot delete it. And your confidence is -0. Nothing. And it's super hard to get back up. It's like someone's giving you a huge beat up, and then you need to stay in a hospital for a month or 2, or God knows for how long, to recover. That's exactly what it does for you, a loss of 10,000 pounds or 100,000 or whatever. It's the scar that you have behind. Anisa, who did you find trading? What do you mean, Phoenix? I don't get your question. How did I find trading, or what do you mean? How did I enter in this room? No one told me about it. I just found it by mistake. And it's not by mistake. It was just God's destiny given to me. I found it by pure destiny. I was literally checking every damn website on Google. It was Binary Options that I went into at the beginning. Why? Because I was always desperate to make more, to do more. I wasn't really satisfied to being an office law trainee. When I've entered that job, which I thought was my dream job, being in the law, I thought, oh my God, this is it. It's going to be so amazing. And then bam, I got hit with people being so crappy, being so frustrated on themselves that they would be crap to me. They would bring me down every day, just suck my spirit out of me. That's how bad it was. And I thought, wow, all these years I've been dreaming about being a lawyer and everything was amazing. And now I'm getting to this job and it's shit. It's just crap, pure crap. And all of the office guys, even if they're millionaires by now, because most of them were, they just behaved so bad with any youngster or anyone new. And I think a case for everyone or every office, but it wasn't my case. And it was just dripping me away. Literally, day by day, I felt like, this is not my place. Like, you could feel it in your gut. Like, Anisa, I know you dreamed about this. You did your university, you did everything in law. So what are you going to do now? Sorry, Hans, Anisa, nice lesson today. Go to. Tomatoes, bye. Love you. Okay, Hans, go ahead. Cook your tomatoes. So that was when I felt like, Anisa, you need to get on that Google page and just find ways to make extra income and eventually start learning something new and move from this job because it's not helping you. It's killing you every day. And that's exactly what I did. Oh, sorry, Dee. Oh, my God. Sorry, Dee. Obi, I'm 25. So sorry. I swear I behave when I'm around kids. I do not use any words like poo or F or anything like that. I have 5 goddaughters and 3 godsons, so I'm super, super nice. So yeah, that's how I started trading. I just wanted to get an extra job, trying to learn something new because my job was not satisfying me at all. It was the total opposite. I was living in a movie, and I thought that's how it should be. What, P-Man? What? So that's how I found trading. I think I found this page. It was like an old review from 2008 or 9 or something like that from some guy talking about Franco binary options room or something like that. And luckily, I didn't have enough time to go into other subscription to lose my money, and this was my first one. And of course, as soon as I entered, it was like Chinese to me. Like, what is this? Okay, I'm originally Romanian, but I live in London for 8 years now. Resident in London. So I was so happy to find this room, even though at the beginning I had zero ideas of what is this thing, what are these charts. I swear I thought this is going to be math. And I was like, oh my god, Anisa, you're so shit at math, you're never going to make it in this room. You cannot think what a pipette is, where a pip is, what's this yellow line, this orange line, all submerging, like, what is this thing? Chinese? What is this? Like, I cannot make it up. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to give myself a month or two, see what it is, see how it goes. And then suddenly slowly I started reading the chats, and MT, I think, gave me like a list of what to do and practicing, and then it was like this tunnel of vision coming from pitch dark to total amazing heaven white light in front of me and showing everything as clear as daylight to me. Yeah, exactly, Kev. It was insane. I still remember now. It was just insane. Like all the small, and now thinking that my eyesight is so used to looking at the small numbers and the small pips and pipettes. It's crazy how we could get into a habit of watching something like this so easy and so fast. So yeah, that's how I started, and it was just on my own. And now I gave it to a few of my friends, not a lot, to be honest, just people that I found that they're looking for something extra, because you know, it's not worth telling people or your friends around if you see that they're fine where they are, or they're happy with how much they have, they don't want to do more. But if I see someone as thirsty as I was to find something new, to always look for more, to always do more, then I thought I better share it with those people, because I could see it in them that they have this fire like I had to find it. Yes, Obi, I quit the office in December, and that was it. It was my best ever decision ever, and I will never regret it. And since then, I'm here. Yeah, Borg. Literally. So, even now, there's a lot of people who still think that now I'm doing office work, but from home. They still think that I'm a lottery. I've never told them. I've only told my mom, some family, friends, and this is it. No one else. No one else knows. They still think I'm even my LinkedIn profile says I'm in law, or something like that. So, keeping it close until I get people in my way. I want to help. I help so many people, and I'm starting already to help. And I'm thinking of all the houses that I need to buy for my family members and my cousins and for everyone who's struggling. But again, I analyze them and I see how they act daily, how good they are, how positive they are, what kind of impact they want to leave behind, what they're doing daily. Are they nice people? Are they giving up from as little money as they have, like I did? And that's when I know, okay, I'm helping this person, or I'm showing this person this because I can see they're capable of doing it like me. But this room just came to me because God gave it to me, I swear. There's no other way I could have found this place. Boring, I feel like Jad's already found me, found my address, found everything, but I'm just waiting to buy my house probably by September, and then he won't find me because I'll be somewhere in the hills hiding between some forest. So, yeah. So yeah, guys, that's my story. And yeah, I believe I've been put here by God, literally. I'm very Christian, and I'm very super into, not religion, but Christianity. So I think this is it. And that's why I had this power in me to every time I lost or I couldn't, because I didn't know what I was doing for the first 6 months or 7 months of me being in this room. I had no idea what I'm doing. And I kept putting 100 pounds this month, 100 pounds next month. Like, I spent zero money on shopping. I've cut up of clothing, of anything that I would usually do. I haven't bought myself a clothing, anything, in like 3 or 4 months, even if I'm making so much money. Because I've lost interest. I can tell exactly what my goal is, what are my responsibilities, what I'm supposed to do. I know, Jillian, right? And I'm a woman, and I'm supposed to buy clothes and shoes and whatever. But I'm not just in it anymore. That's it. I stopped. And the money that I would usually give for clothing or whatever, I would put into this trading, practicing, and making it until I made it. I'm sure just make it. So yeah, Anthony, I just stopped doing that. And I thought, you know what? I may as well, if someone is to give me this room, like God gave it to me, because I literally believe that happened, and gave it to me for a purpose, not just for me to make money, because this kind of room gives you unlimited money. And with this money, you have a purpose in life. You might not be in the right mindset right now, or think that you have a more purpose than for yourself, or for your family, or for your Lamborghini, or for 10 houses, or whatever. Trust me, you all have a purpose in this room for having to be here and making so much money. Because there's no limit. So that means you must give it or share it at some point. That's why you have an extra responsibility to work this thing out, to figure it out, so you can reach to your potential or to the goal that you have to do. If you're blessed, you gotta give this blessing away. Because that's how money works, and that's how blessings work. By you getting a blessing and then turning it into someone else's blessing. That's what you have to do. You have to share it. So please, guys, work this thing off. Get it in your heads. Do not sleep until you paper trade. Paper trade. That's what I do even now. I am not stopping. It doesn't mean that if I'm empty, I could stop here. No. This is way bigger than us. Exactly. Yeah. Way bigger than us. We do not see it. We can't have the vision. But God sees exactly, or Allah, or the universe, or whoever you believe in. They see exactly where you're meant to be. Empty, 2 hours in the evening and 2 hours in the morning. Every damn day. I consider this a job. Literally 8 hours a day. Or 6, whatever. This is your job. If you get to have only this as your job, you put in the work, the hours. And trust me, it's going to come back at you with $1 million today, or $1 million tomorrow, or next day, or in the next month. But isn't it worth it to know that in 1 year from now, you're going to be a freaking millionaire or a billionaire? Because here, $1 million is like, what? Nothing. $1 million here, it could be done in a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, not more. Be serious about it. Treat this seriously. Not as a hobby, not as an income. Treat this seriously, because it came into your life for a reason. Yes, Milan. Ice cream forever. Yeah, Kev. Literally, you are the only one holding it back. And your limited small mind, because you were used to small money, to working hard. I know how it is. I came from a family of working 9 or 9 to 12 for £2,000 a month. That's it. From which you have 1,700 rent, 300 bills, pounds, then you have phones, then you have cars, then you have insurances, and then at the end of the month you had what, £100 that you could put aside? Wow, what a life. I always knew that this is not it, that life cannot be about this kind of job and this kind of money. It had to be more than this. And that's why I kept struggling and finding and trying. I could never settle for anything. I was doing like so many jobs, and even when I was small, I was doing basketball and football and volleyball and ballet at the same time. It was just me. It was like my character of trying to find something. I knew I was meant to do something big and help people and get something big that I know my family and my generation of family never did, but I never knew what. And when I found this room, guys, it was like a huge gorilla lifted off my back. And I realized, oh my God, this is it. This is what I've been struggling for all this time. And now giving up, not working, not putting in the hours when I found my talent, no way. Nothing is holding me back from having unlimited potential in here, financially, and from helping people. This, for me, is just more responsibilities. The more money I earn, the less time I have. I don't have time to sleep much. I don't have time to go to parties or to clubbing or to barbecues because I have better and bigger things to do here. You gotta take this thing serious and deep. Sorry, Auntie, for keeping you this long, but I hope you got the whole spectrum of what this room is and what you can achieve with this place. Yeah, exactly, Joanne. I feel the same. And I thank you every day to God, everything that He gives me, even the money that I make here, and I feel like I'm in control. I'm not, to be honest. I'm not in control here. God is with me, and He's helping me out. So I gotta thank Him for everything that I have. I have a roof under my head. I have this amazing job that I absolutely love. I have people, colleagues in here. They're so amazing. They're making me laugh every day. This is the perfect place, the perfect job. The perfect job. Make it work, guys. It's worth it. It's worth it. If someone would say, I'm giving you this book to read, if you finish it in whatever time you have or you can, I'm going to give you $1 million. You're going to read that book. You know what? You're not even going to go to the toilet. That's how quick you're going to read that book. So if you get this place with unlimited potential, how are you going to treat this place like? You're going to make this thing work day and night. At least that's me. That's how I see things. So you gotta do this thing. You gotta work it. You gotta paper trade. Paper trade is helpful. Do it. Yeah, BR. NFP tomorrow. Okay, MT, sorry for keeping you this long. I'm gonna stop right now and come back probably next week or sometimes later, whenever you want me to educate you again, because I'm down for it. And get ready for tomorrow. You wanna do NFP? You trade. You paper trade the previous month's NFP. Yeah, 8:25 TNS. It's going to be at 8:25 that MT is going to open the room. Yeah, Benevento, but Jess can't help you forever. You got to help yourself. You got to learn how to fish. You got the tools. You got to learn how to fish for yourself. Don't ask for my fish. You get yours. Because you got the same secret that I have or that I know. Do you see what I mean? Learn to fish so you can fish unlimited. And you can do whatever you want with it. So guys, love you so much. See you tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow. And paper trade. Paper trade. Otherwise, BR is going to throw some bricks at you. Right, BR? Love you guys. I'll come back next week. Whenever you feel like you need some Anisa time. Love you guys. Tomatoes, fish, T-dog, ice cream. Oh my God. Are you hearing this, guys? The ice cream truck is here. Jack, go away. Oh my God. Just go away, dude. He was here like 2 hours ago, I swear. Jesus. Jazz, is that you? Is that you, Jazz? Unbelievable. He's right in front of my house right now. Or that could be the MI5 guys or FBI. I don't know. Thank God he stopped. I know, right, Ken? It sounds so creepy. Thank you for confirming that. Because everyone thought I'm crazy. It's creepy. Okay, guys, love you. Have a good rest of the day or morning. It's not you, Jess? Popo, Popo coming for you. Fred, whenever you need me to kick some ass, you know where I'm at. I'm right here. You just gotta shout. I know, Cap. It's creepy. It is. Is Auntie here or he just left? I think he's gone. He's gone to have his... It's like, Anisa's gonna be here for 3 more hours. I know the guys are gonna stay here for 3 more hours because they want to listen to her, so I may as well. May as well go and have some dinner, some T-bones. Whatever bones there are. Bone broth. Oh, here it is.
Looking at the mess we made.